Hey, what's going on YouTube? So I'm back with another video. I haven't made one in a while just because I've just haven't really been motivated. I didn't really know what to talk about, so I haven't really felt like making a video. But I guess today I want to talk about. So I saw this thing with Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you've heard of it, but Hobby Lobby is apparently getting some flack, like major flack, over having these cotton wreaths or whatever. I need to start my car because I'm starting to get a little warm, just a tad bit warm. So apparently, Hobby Lobby is getting this flack, catching major flack for having or selling cotton wreath because a lot of people are considering it racist. And so, like, take it from me, right? I feel like this is just a part of the bigger picture, but when did we get to a point in America where people were such pussies? Like, I don't understand it. Like, and I'm black, so I get it and I understand it, and I get the, being mixed, with black. I completely understand everyone's kind of interpretation of what's considered racist and what's not racist. Like, I don't know, say for example, like like police shootings that's not a race thing, but like police shootings and like killing a black person and then getting off with it. That's just a corruption thing, like at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And then, like being called the N-word when you're walking down the street, just because, right? There are actual legitimate things to be concerned about when you're like, oh, okay, that's racist. That's racist. But something like this, when they're talking about, like, when they're actually saying, oh, selling cotton wreath is fucking racist. That's too much, man. This is just, I don't know when we got to a point where, like, people are so hypercritical and hypersensitive about their hypercriticalness. It just doesn't make sense to me. I guess in my head, I guess I'm just so used to things being a different way, a certain, just a different way. I'm used to people being able to say whatever they want to say, because that's just how my family has been. Being able to say what you want to say, and if you hurt someone's feelings, oh well, it's the truth. Like I was that guy so I used to work at Forever 21. I was that guy who worked at Forever 21 when the ladies came in. It's like, do I look fat in this dress? Bitch, you were fat when you put the dress on. Yeah, you look fat in that dress. And I got in trouble for doing that a couple of times. But I mean, like, it's true. I mean, shit, I'm fat. I don't mind saying that I'm fat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind accepting truth. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of people's problem nowadays, especially now, I feel like a lot of people's problem nowadays is that they have a hard time accepting truth. They have a hard time with accepting themselves as possibly being something that could disgrace others. And so they try, I guess they just try to I don't know. I guess they just try to be someone that they're not, And like I said, I there are legitimate times when you could be like, oh, well, that's racist. I can't believe you said that. Like that. Oh, here's another example, right? So a lot of black people get really upset, rightfully so, when other people who aren't black use the N-word. And I get it, and I understand why, and I completely understand why. But here's the thing, though. For me, I've never cared. I never really cared about that particular part. If people were to say it like in a friendly way amongst friends, like, then it's just like, hey, like, what's up, whatever. It's not, you're getting bent out shape over nothing. It's not that big of a deal. Chill the fuck out, right? But if we're getting in a fight, or if something happens, or not even a fight, if something just comes up to where someone, I don't care who it is, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're Hispanic, I don't care who you are, but if you say it in a very condescending type way, then that's just like, I don't know, just triggers in my head. That's not something that I like. and like, to me, that's legitimate, you know, that, and that's legitimate to me. But like this stuff, when they're talking about, oh, this is a cotton wreath is racist. That was maybe if they were selling cotton wreaths like 400 years ago from like people who just fucking, you know, like the slaves who just literally pulled the shit out and they were selling it. Yeah, that's a little bit racist. That's a little bit much. But then when you get people who are like, oh, this is, you know, that's racist. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, SJWs, man. Like, so, and I'm kind of ashamed to admit this. I used to be really big on SJWs. Not actually one per se, but I used to be really big into them. Just here recently, literally within the last like year or two, I'm just like, I don't understand the logic behind some SJWs. You know, they get really upset at a lot of things that don't need to be upset about. And it was funny because I was actually talking to my friend the other day. And we were talking about how in the trans community, how labels, you know, like labels, genderless labels, stuff like that, you know, and I'm gay, so I don't understand it, but I'm trying to understand it. So there's obviously going to be a lack of knowledge, which contributes to a lot of my ignorance when it comes to that, you know what I mean? But like, just for example, like SJWs get really, really pissy about using the wrong or the incorrect gender identity, like, or the gender pronouns, you know, like gender specific pronouns, like, you know, I just say they. If it gets to a point where it's like, I don't know what they want to be called, I just say they. Because this is just like, I don't know. It is just like, people get so, I guess the point of this whole video is that people are just recently, people are getting so fucking upset about anything, you know? And I'm just like, dude, just chill the fuck out. You know, like, be honest. Be honest. That's like the key to this video. Be honest. Be honest. Because it's stupid that we live in such a PC world that even if you were to say what you were really thinking, people would just be upset about it. Even if you weren't saying what you were thinking, people would be upset about it. But it's like, if you tell someone you don't like them, and you don't like them, and then they shouldn't even care, but they're just like, oh, that really hurts my feelings. Fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck how your feelings are. If I don't like you, if I don't like you, I definitely don't care how you feel. Right? So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. And, you know, I'm not one of those people who, like, I can dish it and I can take it. I've been called every fucking thing under the sun. Especially like with my past and my history, I've done a lot of shit. So I'm just used to being called just a whole bunch of fucking names, just a bunch of everything. And I think the thing nowadays, though, is that people want to live in this safe haven. They want to live in this safe kind of bubble. You know what I mean? They want to live in this bubble where they're not really exposed to a lot of things. And so I guess that could kind of be a detriment to when you get older. You know, like for me, like I was saying, if you watch my previous videos, you know that I lived in a really, really ritzy neighborhood, like literally a middle, like upper class neighborhood growing up. And most of the people over there were white, and I didn't get to even see a hood black person until my parents divorced and I moved to the hood part of town, you know, and to this day people still like, where are you from? Are you from you from here? But anyway, like, what I'm saying is that the part of being sheltered probably really contributes to a lot of that, especially nowadays. We just live in a world where people are just, their feelings get hurt so fucking easily, and it's just fucking silly. It's silly. It's actually really silly. I just, just be honest. Don't be so PC and cover things up. The only time I'm ever PC is when I'm at work, is because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, and because if I could be the way that I wanted to at work, I probably wouldn't have a job. I probably wouldn't be where I am now if I was actually how I would be at work. You know what I mean? So, so just be honest. Don't be PC about shit. Just enjoy life. Just, if people want to like call you out on something, listen to what they have to say. Don't just don't just write it off, because apparently if it's bothering them, it's bothering them for a reason. So at least listen to their criticism and listen to what they have to say. But for the most part, don't pay any mind if it's not anything huge. You know what I mean? Or if it's anything that's like relevant to your life. I just think that's a good rule of thumb, though, to just always listen to someone's concern, even if it doesn't impact you. Just because, it can give you a different outlook on life, or a different perspective on things, even though PC is complete bullshit and I don't like it. And if you see my Facebook, I curse every fucking second of every fucking day. Like I'm a big cursor, so I just, gives a fuck. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. We are living in a very PC world. So let the expletives fly. Let say shit, say fuck, say all that shit. Let me know what you think about just how sensitive people are becoming and are now. Like, I never thought I would ever see America be so pussified. Like, just so, I don't know, just so like uptight. I just never thought I'd see that. So especially from America, that's just kind of weird. So anyway, just leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. It's always interesting to hear everyone's comments and opinions, especially since all I have is an opinion. I don't know. Sometimes I don't have the knowledge to back it up. So I always like to hear from you guys. So leave your comments down below. And I'm glad to be back on YouTube. Sorry it took so long. I just haven't been motivated to really make a video about anything until I just read that article about Hobby Lobby, and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. This is fucking retarded. Alright, you guys have a good day. Talk to you later. Peace.